the Spotlight Days for solution providers, and I am excited to introduce you to my husband, Gino Goe.
Uh,
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know of his background and why he is such a seasoned professional in his general contracting and property maintenance and management. So I'm just going to, read off a little bit about his background that you might have not known. So Gino's experience as a craftsman actually began when he was young, at the age of 15. He flipped homes with his father in Illinois. His work experiences and high work ethics began in his youth, including working at his family farm during the summers, working at Morton Metal Craft in Illinois as a forklift driver, materials handler, and press operator. When he relocated to Santa Barbara in 1979, he worked as a union installer at Hayward's floor coverings while enjoying refinishing furniture and always improving any home he lived in. So I benefited from that. Thank you, Gino. Gino started his own construction business in Santa Barbara in 1985. Through years of experience comes the advantage of having the ability to cover all phases of construction, from rough to finish. He is definitely a solution provider. So coming, this winter is coming, so he's going to share a little bit about winterizing, and then also just for homeowners, how to manage your property and minimize cost on the long run, and perhaps how to choose what things are priority and taken care of. So, Gina, what do you have to share?
well, to start out, thank you, Sandy, for that introduction. As far as winter goes, right now is the time to get started. Actually, in September was the time to get started. So, I mean, you've got to change your heater filters right away, and you're going to change that periodically throughout the year. It's not just going to be once. Um, if you have a fireplace, as we do, and you use it, you should have a chimney sweep clean it before you get a possible fire, and could do much more damage when you could have just taken care of it at the beginning of the season. Um, Gutters, that's a big one. Check your gutters. It's easier to do now for homeowners. You can stand underneath, take a picture, and then just blow it up. Just, make it bigger, and you can actually look for pinholes or any kind of rot, leaks, um, any damage whatsoever. Fix it now before it actually damages your foundation. Or you could actually slip and fall because, believe it or not, moss grows underneath that when it's always wet. Um, and those are just a few things you can do. Check your water heater, believe it or not. I know it's going into winter. Check it, make sure it's got a blanket. Your cost is going to go up as the temperatures go down. Um, that's a big one. A lot of people, if their water heater's outside, they don't actually have a blanket on it. Even if it's in an outside closet, it should have a blanket on it. I've worked on many properties where there isn't. Ours does because of me. Your heater, your main FAU unit, filter, big. And when you go to the store, buy more than one. So you always have the filter there. That's a big thing because you don't want to change it if you don't have the filter. Um, Check your foundation, because if your gutters have been leaking, they've been leaking in your foundation. These are things really, if you do now in advance, it's going to save you from all that headache later and a much larger cost and possible fire. That's it for now.
Mm. Yeah, no, that's really important, especially with the fire seasons and things.
Oh, yeah. Well, not right now, but when it is during that time, water heaters is a big thing, really big thing. And so is your FAU unit. Though, and with AC, if you've got AC, a lot in Santa Barbara do, some don't. Check that. Do your compressor, your condenser, everything. Have the whole system checked by either a licensed, FAU, a contractor, to look at, certain things. It'll save you a lot of money in the long run.
Okay, how about decks and wood, and how do they prolong that? Because I know that keeping things clean, a lot of things that seems to be the number one answer for preventing a lot of things, not even just decking, but
Well, yeah, you should keep everything clean in between the boards on your deck. Those should be cleaned with a putty knife, basically, and a blower. But if they're full, moisture's going to stay there and it's going to rot. And then you got a much bigger problem. I deal with it a lot. I'm dealing with it right now, actually later today.
yeah.
Um, it's constant. So stay up on your maintenance, stay up on your house, stay up on that monthly at least. Check your foundation, walk around your own home. Um, any debris on your roof from falling trees, have it removed. If you don't have a gutter guard, have your gutters cleaned. Don't do it yourself because you could fall. Um, those are important things that with gutters, if they're full, they're rotting. And that's how you get the pits and the holes and the leaks and the foundation issue. Um, but you do have to stay on it. At least check your gutters twice a year and keep them clean.
Hmm. Okay, what about property owners that have more units? Uh, when they have tenants, and is there something that you would advise them to make sure that their tenants do, or if someone's a renter, what they should keep
Well,
in
the worst thing you can do when you have
mind?
multiple properties is not do the maintenance. That is the absolute worst thing you could do. They're multiple properties. You're going to have more maintenance. It just goes with numbers. So stay up. Again, property owner has to have someone they can trust and rely on to actually inform them of the issues, the problems, the rot, and what have you, and then address it. Don't just let it go. You let it go, it becomes a much, much larger problem. Again, it always becomes a much larger problem when you let maintenance go.
Hmm. Yeah, and also the number one thing where I see that you have rise above the others is that because of your years of experience since 1985, you've have a lot of you know seasoned professionals that you work with well and you trust, and that's so important when you're pulling together a project. Like, oh, okay, so you specialize also in kitchen and bathroom remodels. So if someone wanted to do a remodel or improvement, do you have a few tips for them to get started with planning ahead and what they should do?
Oh, yeah, too many. We don't have enough time.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, those that are
first
interested in
thing,
the list, let us know, and we'll
yeah,
subscribe to Ask Gino. I just set
yes.
up a new Substack. It's Ask Gino, or Gino Go, Ask Gino. So that's his handle. Anyway, yeah, you can subscribe to that, and we'll kind of keep you posted on things. And if you have questions, or if you need to connect with Gino, also his website is askgino.com, and then you can also reach him there or set up a consultation. But yeah, so you have anything else to share?
Well, I will say this on kitchens and baths. Number one thing, know what you want before you get started and actually have the material on site before you do any demo. Go through the motions, go through the planning, go through it, change it, rewrite it. But once the material's ordered, that's it. That's what you're going to get. You can make changes. It's just an extra cost. So
Mhm.
the way to save money on kitchens and baths, which are the most expensive parts of a home to do to remodel, know what you want in advance. Planning is what's going to save you money and time. Um, but
Well,
yes, definitely.
that's something that you also help people with, is the
Yes,
plan.
you can go to
Okay.
showrooms. You can go online. You can actually look at mock-ups of the kitchen the way you want it, which is I suggest the best because then you can change things. But once material's there, you bought it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
sometimes, specialty tile and things, just did one actually, a large bathroom. They cannot be returned because they're too that specific. situation.
Mhm.
So planning is number one. Number one. And if you want new windows, that's first. Get those in totally. You can live in your kitchen, live in your bathroom. What before before the demo goes on, all that time it takes to order, sometimes it takes 6 to 8 weeks to get that material. If you demo your kitchen, you're not going to use it for that amount of time, and then you won't have it. So it's best to have the material on site. Number one.
That's a good point. Um, what was the other thing I was thinking of? Yeah, so then also for homeowners, it's yeah, making a decision on what they need, but sometimes we don't know what materials are correct, and that's where they can ask you too, because some
Oh,
things might look pretty, but it might not be
it may
functional.
not work in that situation.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. And then also when you do find a contractor, or you write a contract, make sure that it's all included. If it's anything additional, then it's additional cost. So that's something that as consumers, you would need to know. We kind of went
Well,
through that with my mother's
yeah.
uh, shower. So
Before, number one
one of
thing,
those
you don't
one
have,
day, 2 day showers. It's
yeah,
not so
you don't
easy.
have to sign the contract. You don't have to give a deposit check. You have time to go over it, make again, make changes. Um,
Mhm.
Look for any discrepancies or add-ons or things you don't want, things that got missed that you do want, um, like a simple seating in a shower. These are things that if you want them, make sure it's there. Make sure the package is complete. And there's nothing wrong with having a bid, getting a contract, look and have taking the time to look at it. You're not obligated to that.
Mhm.
Um, but if you are happy with the people and you happy with the contract and the process, definitely go for it.
Yeah.
Check them out first. Ask for references, ask for photos of their previous work. They should have all this. Um, Sandy is on me for the photos quite a bit. I didn't used to. I didn't care. I
Yes.
just did it. That's what I do.
Yeah, it's like, "Wait, you already did the job? I want to see a before and after."
We're
So
done.
people have
We're
to
done.
change.
On to the next. And that's the other thing we do is we actually complete the job, complete it to the end. The last screw, knob, everything
And
is
clean
done.
up.
Oh yeah, it's cleaned up daily. That's number one. You have to live on site, so um, cleanup is essential. That's a big thing actually, and that way your life doesn't get that messed up and you're still organized. Kitchens and bath, number one. Um, that's what'll really upset people when time there's you can demo a kitchen in a day and you think, oh great, look at all this work got done. Well, it may take you 3 months to put it back together. So
Or longer.
plan it well, because if you change your mind, I guarantee it'll take longer. Um, so really be sure of what you want. I think that's the most important thing.
Okay. Well, I know you have to get on to your next job, so
Yes.
thank you. And yes, if anyone, if you have any questions or you want to connect with Gino, let me know, or else, go to askgino.com. Okay. Thank you, Gino.
Thanks, honey. Bye.